along with Xena, the little glamper camper over here. You guys, she is quite tired. We just went for a walk, and now we are hungry. We want to make some breakfasty quesadillas. So right off the bat, we just want to pray. Dear God, thank you so much for allowing me and Xena to make such fun videos. We know that you are the Father of the universe. You control everything. And we just are so grateful for the blessings you've bestowed upon us. And we just hope that all of the furry little family members across this world and all of your children across the world can get to the food they need to survive. We pray all of this in your almighty name. Amen. Okie dokie, you guys. Me and Xena, we're trying out a food product that we've actually had before, and it is Mr. Tortilla, you guys. They wanted to do a partnership with Xena, so we do have a promo code and a link for you guys down below, and we actually purchased these. We got the 4-pack of the 1 net carb tortillas. They're like little taco tortillas. So we have a 3 chilies variety. You can see this one is 15 calories per tortilla. We've got a multigrain, or the original, 15 calories. Savory spinach, 15 calories. And pico de gallo, 15 calories. Now, one thing that I do think is interesting is they changed their packaging for the savory spinach quesadilla. And it's kind of confusing, okay? So you can see on the pico de gallo, this circle right here is see-through, so you can see the tortilla. That's what the pico de gallo tortilla looks like. Same with on the multigrain. That circle is clear plastic, so you can see exactly what the multigrain looks like. 3 chilies, again. Exactly what the tortilla looks like. Now on the savory spinach, which if you look up here, it's kind of like a light greeny color, and they have changed the packaging, so now this ring is not clear. So this ring, to me, looks more like almost like a cross between the pico de gallo and the multigrain, which I think is interesting. I don't know why they changed that so that it is not clear. But if you are interested in these or any other Mr. Tortilla products, we have a link and a promo code for you guys down below. The best part about this company, I think the part that makes me love it so much, is that they employ and they help out people with special needs. I just think that's absolutely amazing. And on the back here, you can see the Mr. Tortilla logo in like the in that kind of like puzzle piece pattern that is associated a lot with adults with special needs. So I just think that's absolutely amazing that they get employed and helped out by Mr. Tortilla. And you guys, on this order, they actually sent out a little mystery free product. This is the Mr. Tortilla Gourmet Wrap. So this is gourmet white, and there's 8 tortillas. So you can see they are a little bit bigger than the 4-pack that we had originally picked up. So to start this out, I've already got the oven preheating. I like to make quesadillas, especially when I'm making multiple, like if I want like multiple quesadillas, I like to bake them in the oven. So the oven is preheating to 375. And now I just want to quickly scramble some eggs. So we're gonna get our little eggs ready to go. And I think I want 4 quesadillas. So I'll do 4 eggs. I think that'll probably be good. Are you guys team throw out your shells right away? Or do you just leave your shells in the carton and then throw away the whole thing once they're done? I have found, you guys, if I crack these and then try to throw them away like as I cracked them, I feel like I get super messy. I get raw egg all over the kitchen. So I just crack them and then put them back. And then once all 12 eggs are gone, I throw away this whole thing. Maybe I'm a weirdo, but that's just how me and Xena have always done it. Let me tip you guys down a little bit so you can see a little bit more of what I'm doing. So now I'm going to just quickly scramble these up. Nothing super crazy special with the scrambled eggs. So I've got 4 large eggs in there. And then, just to be wild, what should we add? What should we add, Zena? We're already putting cheese, so I don't want to put cheese in them. Let's do some butter. So I've got some unsalted butter. Whew. This is what me and Zena like to do. We like to just go into the kitchen and totally make something up. Make it up as we go. So 4 eggs and 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter. That is going to be the scrambled eggs to our breakfast quesadillas. Let me get this butter put away really, really fast. If you guys like these kind of like random hectic lives, definitely tell us about it in the chat. And if you're watching the replay, definitely tell us about it in the comments. And then one of my favorite seasoning blends ever. I used to not be into like a pre-mixed seasoning, you guys, but this McCormick's sweet onion bacon seasoning, we get it from Sam's Club. It is literally fire. So absolutely delicious. So we are going to, if I could get my little door shut there, we're going to add a tablespoon of this to our eggs. I mean, does it taste like real bacon? Not entirely, but it does taste smoky, and it tastes like a really high quality like bacon bit. It is super tasty. Okay, so 4 large eggs, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 tablespoon of sweet onion bacon, McCormick seasoning. And I know I said we weren't going to put any cheese in there, but just to kind of give a little bit more holding power, a little bit more staying together power, since I added 4 tablespoons of butter, we'll do 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese. And don't come at me for using the green one. I always have this in the refrigerator. It's cost effective, tastes delicious. Go eat your food in gladness, drink your wine with joy of heart, for God has already proved what you do. Ecclesiastes 9:7. Okie dokie. So you just heard that our oven is preheated. Let's get this all mixed it up. I used to really enjoy scrambling my eggs, like with all of the ingredients before I started cooking them. But for quite a while now, I've just been throwing everything in the pan. And now the flavor I want to use today is I actually want to do 2 different flavors. So I'm going to do the pico de gallo and the 3 chilies. Now you guys, if you hear 3 chilies and you're a little bit concerned, they are not spicy. I have a pretty high spice tolerance from what I've heard from other people. A lot of things that I say like are just a little spicy. A lot of people say are spicy, but I really, really, really do not think that those 3 chili tortillas are anything crazy. Okay, so we're going to lay out our little 4 tortillas. I did realize that I have a small one in there. That's a little frustrating, but maybe me and Zena will just eat that one. Now, in each one of these packages, there's actually 24 tortillas. So I'm pretty sure we do have a promo code down below that you guys can use. But I'm pretty sure it was like, oh my gosh, what was it? $29 or $19.99 or $29? I can't remember. Definitely check out the link down below. But the promo code gets you a great deal. And what I like to do when I'm making quesadillas with these, especially when I get the 4 multi-pack, is I do 1 flavor on the top and then 1 flavor on the bottom. So you're getting even more flavors and deliciousnesses. Again, so we've got 4 quesadillas I'm making. We've got the pico de gallo and the 3 chilies. This is almost done. And then if we move our 3 chilies so that we can focus on the bottom of our tortillas. The other thing I like to do when I'm baking quesadillas, which normally if I'm making a quesadilla it's going to be in the oven, I put them on these racks so that the bottom tortilla gets more crispy. You can still bake it without the rack. The bottom will still get crispy, especially if you flip it at some point during the cooking. But I really like to have that rack in there. And obviously our eggs are a little bit greasy because we did add in 4 tablespoons of butter, but I'm just kind of feeling that vibe this morning. Sometimes I like kind of like a lighter, less greasy situation, but today I am just feeling it. So we've got our scrambled eggs right there. Now let me get our cheese. The cheese I want to use today, I have been living for, you guys, these Sargento Fiesta Pepper Jack string cheeses. So I'm going to chop up a couple of those. Now we've got some Sargento extra sharp cheddar, and I've got some Sam's Club brand Colby and Monterey Jack cheese. So let me get out a little cutting board so I can cut up those string cheeses. And I don't know, string cheese, if you're into it, has just a totally different texture in my opinion and in my mouth feeling than a normal cheese. I don't know, I think it's a lot more firm, and when you melt a string cheese, like if you're into smiley fries, oh my gosh you guys, you need to try it. Get a smiley fries package and then cut up little rounds of string cheese and then bake the smiley fries with the string cheese on top. That is really, really good because, again, the cheese like stays kind of firmer, which maybe sounds a little strange, but I'm into it. So I'm just going to cut up 2 of these Sargento string cheeses. And I've tried to eat it like a string cheese. It doesn't really work. Maybe I'm doing it wrong, but I can't get it to peel apart like a string cheese. Okie dokie, so there are our 2 Sargento cheeses. Now I'm going to get a bowl so that I can adequately mix all of this together. A little bit of an overkill size, but that's chill. So we've got our 2 Sargento Fiesta Pepper Jack cheese sticks. And then we've got this Colby Jack right here. And I might end up with extra cheese and eggs. I'm not entirely sure. I might just make another quesadilla if I end up with way more filling than I need. So that is half of a cup of Colby Jack. I really just want to use the rest of this bag. Okay, so we've got 1 cup of Colby and Monterey Jack. Again, that's the Sam's Club brand if you're interested. And then we've got the Sargento extra sharp cheddar, which I think will go really well with that sweet onion bacon seasoning and the Mr. Tortilla tortillas. So we've got 2/3 of a cup of that. And if you're ever scared to like just go into the kitchen and completely make something up, you just gotta like throw that fear out the window, you guys, because 99% of the time, it's going to be edible. Maybe 1% of the time, you'll have to go out to eat instead. But most of the time, it's going to be edible. And I don't know, probably like, sometimes it's going to be just okay. But a lot of the times, it's going to be like, holy cow, I cannot believe I just made this. Show us your feet. Sorry, I am not going to do that. But here we have the Mr. Tortillas again, you guys. That kind of threw me off. So on the bottom, we're using the Pico de Gallo. These are linked down below with a promo code. And then the top of our quesadillas are going to be the 3 chilies. Again, the 3 chilies is not very spicy. At least to me, it's not. So now we're going to take our cheese mixture, and I'm going to see what it looks like if I put a little bit of this on each one of our tortillas. And again, our oven is already preheated to 375 degrees. You can totally make oven quesadillas with any size of tortilla. That's the great thing about Mr. Tortilla, is they literally have a bajillion different sizes and tons of different flavors. My other favorite one of their little ones that we're using today is probably the savory spinach. They changed the packaging so that this circle right here is no longer clear, but overall I still really like it. Now we're going to take our kind of greasy scrambled eggs, really buttery scrambled eggs, and we are just going to see what it looks like if I do like a quarter of a cup on each one. And then we'll kind of spread out the egg a little. The other amazing thing about using a rack when you're making oven quesadillas is there's really, I mean, you can if you still want to be fancy, but there's literally no reason to flip the quesadillas. The bottom is going to get as crispy as it needs to be. So right now, I'm just spreading out 1/4 of a cup of our buttery sweet onion bacon scrambled eggs onto each tortilla. There's going to be a little bit left. I'm just going to eat it just because I don't want these to be like super crazy ginormous. So it looks like there's about 1/4 cup left. Like I said, I'm just going to eat that as a snack. Just going to do a little tasty taste. But it looks like we're going to have the perfect amount of cheese. So now I'm just going to put the cheese over top. Now, even if you've got, I've done this before with lots of different foods. I've made like breakfast ones. I've made them with chicken, with meat. You just want to make sure there's just like at least one little shred of cheese on top of each piece of egg, especially if the egg is like right on the edge of the tortilla. Like for instance, this big chunk of egg right here, you at least want a little bit of cheese to be on top of it so that it really can secure itself, so that it really can get stuck to the top tortilla. If you don't do that, then when you try to take them off and when you try to eat it, sometimes the filling can go everywhere because nothing is attaching it to both the top and the bottom tortilla. So we'll get the rest of our cheese on there, then squish them down a little. These look really good, you guys. I cannot wait to eat. So now, let me rinse my hand really fast. So now we're going to top these with the 3 chili. Now, like I showed you guys earlier, not every single one of these is going to be perfectly the same exact size. That is a-okay. They're just like really thin, really flavorful, just like little miniature tortillas. That's why I really like them. You can do fun stuff like this. You can do like little soft shell tacos. I've made, I think I actually used the multigrain. I cut them up and then I tossed them in oil and I air fried them to make homemade nacho chips, like to dip. Very delicious. Now our oven is already preheated to 375, so now I'm going to throw these in. And I don't know. Let's do, hey Google, set a timer for 13 minutes.
Got it, 13 minutes. And that's starting now.
Now let's taste our eggs and see if this is actually going to be good. I think it will be. I really love this McCormick's sweet onion seasoning. Super delicious. Dear God, thank you for this food. Amen. Oh yeah. Mmm. The combination of this with the unsalted butter literally gives like greasy bacon vibes, if you know what I mean, like in the best way possible. Like this tastes a little artificial, but when you mix it, especially if you just do that, because then it's just like dry, there's no like liquidy, no like greasiness that you'd get with the bacon. But when you add it to that butter, it literally, it like brings that flavor to life. Makes it taste a little bit more real, which I am really, really a fan of. So, one more time, I'll run with you guys through the multi-pack. Now, you can also get these mini tortillas, this size of tortilla. If you don't want to try all four, if you're a little bit less adventurous, or perhaps you know you're absolutely going to love the pico de gallo flavor, but you might not like the savory spinach and the whole grain, then you can just get a 4-pack of this one alone. So in the 4-pack, multi-pack, you get a pico de gallo flavor, a multi-grain or original, a savory spinach, and a 3 chilies. Again, they changed the packaging on the savory spinach. The tortilla is not actually that color in the circle. It's more, you can't super see it on camera. It's more of like a light off green color. Not quite sure why they did that. Not my favorite packaging choice. But again, they employed those with special needs, which is absolutely amazing. And they also threw in a freebie on this order. These Mr. Tortilla Gourmet Wraps. I am very, very excited to try these also. So let me put these away really fast. Actually, I'm kind of interested if it tells you to refrigerate. I refrigerate all of my tortillas. I think they last a lot longer that way. And on here, I can't see anything that says refrigerate after opening, but I'm still going to refrigerate all of them, even if I haven't opened them. I just like to. I think it retains their freshness, makes them last a little bit longer, actually a lot of bit longer. And then again, the cheeses that we used were the Sam's Club Colby Jack mixed with Monterey Jack, and the Sargento extra sharp cheddar, and the Sargento Fiesta pepper string cheese. If you guys are interested in the recipe, just replay this video or go back a little bit and I speak through all of the ingredients as I use them. We also did this. Again, you guys, this McCormick sweet onion bacon all-purpose seasoning mixed with unsalted melted butter, like seriously gives you real greasy bacon vibes. I am really, really into that combination. I've had this seasoning tons of times, but I've never done it with like a buttery situation. Really, really, really good. Zena, how's it going over here? How's it going, little lady? How's it going? Zena's inside of her little honey bed. If you guys have been watching our channel for a while, you know that Zena often helps me cook in the kitchen, and I think it's funny. People go a little bit nuts when they see her on the stove or when they see her on the counter, but I don't care. So I've always wanted like just a bed that could be in the kitchen all the time, and this one is cute, but I don't know. We got this one from Temu. I think we might have actually done a video on it. Definitely subscribe to our channel and file through all of our videos and all of our playlists to try to find that. But I'm just not in love with it. I mean, it's a really cute dog bed. Zena likes stuff that she can go inside of, kind of burrow in. She likes to dig at this. This is supposed to look like honey, like pouring out. But it doesn't really go with the vibe of the kitchen. I mean, if I take you guys off of this little phone stand, like my kitchen is very like greens, pinks, just kind of like, I don't want to call it coastal because it's not coastal. I mean, we're in the middle of the desert. But you can see up here, ooh, if I can do this correctly, I've got like pinks and then flamingos, pink light, storage, some pictures, a seashell light that goes with the flamingos, and then I've got like my big platters up there behind those storage bins. And then I've got a couple of each storage bin, but then I've got just a couple like one-off storage bins. Like the flamingo, I only have one of. And then this one down here with these really pretty orange ginkgo leaves, I only have one of. But the dog bed just really does not go with that vibe, I don't think. I mean, it's cute, but it doesn't go with, like, the pinks and the blues and the greens. And really, the only blues I have are those platters. But they're kind of really visible up there because they're not inside of a cupboard. And then, like, this basket is like this beigey, speckly, creamy white with gray. I've got two of these. And then that's like a almost the same color. It's like a beigey gray and then gray. And then I've got the pine colored wood with the shades of pinks and gray. So if you guys know of any really cute little dog beds that would fit up there on the counter, definitely let me know. Hey Google, how much time's left on the timer?
T-minus 6 minutes and 39 seconds.
Oh my gosh, you guys, they're already starting to look cheesy, melty, and delicious. There are a couple of eggs that look like they might be rolling out, but that's okay. We'll survive, right? Ugh, I cannot wait to eat! So now we'll get our little cutting board ready, because I do want to slice and dice these after they come out. So we'll put that right there, and then, not super necessary, but sometimes if you put, at least in my experience, sometimes if you put a quesadilla directly onto a plate right after it's baked or right after it comes out of the skillet, then the quesadilla can get a little bit soggy. What is on the counter? What's on the counter is a freaking cute little dog inside of her freaking cute little dog bed. This is a Temu dog bed. It says honey, like, not spelled correctly because it's supposed to be like a nickname or something. And then there's Xena. She's just chilling out in there. But I'm currently looking for a new kitchen bed. This bed is super, super cute. It just does not go with the vibes of the kitchen at all. Right now, I'm doing like flamingos, seashells, pinks, blues, greens. And this does not go with it. It doesn't, I guess it does match my one yellow knife. But not even my knives match it. This doesn't, none of it matches this, so I am thinking about switching that out. But right about now, the quesadillas got about 5 minutes left, so let me get a plate. And I am so glad the blue platters I showed you guys, the splattery ones, it is the same collection as these dinner plates. It's just different colors that are splattered. They're handmade in Italy. I got them from Williams Snow on clearance for crazy, crazy cheap. And I am so glad that I got them when I did, because now they are like non-existent. You cannot order them. You gotta sing it loud and proud, get crazy, do a little dance party all by yourself. I mean, who doesn't have a little dance party singing at home sometimes? Okay. Hey Google, how much time is left on the timer?
There's 3 minutes and 51 seconds left.
Okay, so there's 3 minutes left. I can't even remember how long I put these in here. And they're starting to get a teensy bit crispy. I don't really need them like super crispy. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna stop it. I'm gonna keep the timer going. I'm gonna turn on broil 500 degrees. And whenever you broil something, you definitely want to watch it, because even if a recipe or a person says broil it for a specific amount of time, it can drastically go from delicious to like totally blackened in seconds. So I've got it on broil. Hey Google, how much time is left on the timer?
T-minus 3 minutes and 3 seconds.
So I'm probably not going to broil them for quite that long. And again, you could flip an oven quesadilla. I typically don't, I mean, there's been a couple times in my life, I'm sure, that I flipped them. But even if the bottom doesn't get crazy crispy, it gets crispy enough to be delicious. And again, having the tray in there does help with the crispiness factor anyways. So I'm pretty happy with how they're looking so far. The tops are starting to get a little bit browned. Xena! You guys, she's taking a nap on me over there. She just went for a walk. She walked about 99% of the way. She went about 2 miles today. Yesterday, she went over 3 miles. The longest she's ever walked in one day, I can't remember for sure, but I think it was a little bit under 10 miles. Like in between 8 and 10 miles somewhere. Her birthday's coming up. She's going to be 10 years old in a couple weeks. And one of the birthday presents I want to get her is a stroller so that she can walk every other day. And then every other day I'll push her in a stroller. So if you want to see when we get that, if we get that, definitely. I mean, you don't have to subscribe, but if you subscribe and hit that bell, you'll get notified every single time Xena uploads. So I am going to need somewhere to put the hot pan, so we'll put our little cooling rack over by Xena, the little queen, and then... Hey Google, how much time's left on the timer?
You've got 54 seconds to go.
Hey Google, stop the timer. And here,
No problem.
you guys,
Consider the timer canceled.
are our delicious breakfast quesadillas. So now what I'm going to do is take it off. And actually, before I cut it, I'm going to put it over here just for a second. Now you can see again, the bottom tortilla is not like super crisp. But again, if you don't want to flip, like I don't flip, it is definitely heated and crispy enough to be delicious. Just in case any of the greasy bacony egg drips at all, I'm going to put that paper towel down there. Now, the other thing about quesadillas that are baked in the oven, as they cool down, they almost get crispier. I don't really know how it works. Definitely not a food scientist or anything. So, let's take this one off. One little egg fell out. That is darn good egg. And we'll just do a 1 cut in half. And inside of that seasoning, there's also like little tiny chunks of dried onion. And with the butter, those kind of got rehydrated or whatever you want to call it. And I am living. Again, that was just in the egg mixture. It was 4 large eggs, 4 tablespoons of unsalted butter, 1 tablespoon of the McCormick sweet onion bacon seasoning, 2 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, and I think that was everything. If not, rewind this video a little bit. Let's get the last one off. Oh my gosh, you guys, I cannot wait to eat these. Look at how delicious that looks. Again, if you're ever scared to just go into the kitchen and make something up, like me and Xena, literally, all I knew is I wanted to make quesadillas. We had no idea what ingredients we were going to put in them. We had no idea what flavor we wanted to go for. And we came in here, made it up, and it's going to be delicious. Let me get this stuff out the way. Again, we've got a link to Mr. Tortilla down below. Definitely check it out. We absolutely love their products. we've got a promo code that's going to give you a killer deal. And you guys, they also just like run coupons and promotions. Oh, is that egg tasty? But so they also run promotions, and sometimes they're like really, really good promotions. Like, actually, on this order, me and Zena missed it because we got an email after we had placed this order. But shortly after we had ordered these tortillas, they were running a special where if you bought these tortillas, you got like $20 worth of chips for free. So definitely sign up for their emails and definitely order from them because they are freaking delicious. Again, they support adults with special needs, which I think is so important, to just try our best to support communities within this world that are more in need than we are. And I think we should be lifting up those people, and I just hope that Mr. Tortilla is a great employer for them. And I think it's absolutely fan-freaking-tastic. And you guys, these quesadillas look so delicious. Dear God, thank you for this food. Amen. Me and Zena are going to go eat. If you liked this video, make sure to give us a big thumbs up, comment down below, and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to hit that bell so that you'll never miss the next time me and Zena upload a new video. Get out and enjoy what God has given us, and get out and enjoy nature and food as much as we do. Greasy and delicious. Have a great one.